perturbations and this intimacy that you might be going through. Not so alone, my friends. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're watching me here on YouTube or Facebook, thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and drop something in the comments. I appreciate you. We're going to go through each astrological sign and talk about what is going on. What are you manifesting? And what are you letting go? So let's talk about what are new moons. The sky is completely dark. The sun is on the opposite side. And in this darkness is where you sit and you realize in order for things to grow, you have to bury down deep. And with this transformation is a very special one because in the background in astrology, we do have Mars, the planet of drive and direction that is help leading this transformation. Okay. It might be making it some complicated for some, but for others, it might be making it very much clear. We're going to be talking about these transformations, and because of the things that do change, and they are changing, my friends, we are having relationships ending, we're having situations and karmic cycles finishing, and welcoming a new sense of abundance. We just had 11/11, and because of this, in order for new things to grow, you really have to let go of some baggage. So thank you so much, my friends. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, give me a like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Okay, so let me go ahead and blow this screen up a little bit more so you can kind of see what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. I want you to focus, if anything, just focus to my voice, and I'll try to cover this as much as possible. So in this sense, we have this moon in Scorpio. Now, this is a successful feeling when we have these new moon energy, and it's closely linked to satisfactions, okay? Basic needs and the needs that make us feeling over dramatic, intensity, and experiences, and how we experiences in the crisis and conscious phase, okay? So this is pretty deep. There's a lot of things that are going on in the background that we are saying, not saying, and what we are developing through. So let's go over it. Let me go ahead and start this here for you. Let me go ahead and take it back a little bit. And we'll start with, of course, Scorpio, and we'll continue through the wheel and end that way through Sagittarius. So my Scorpio sun and Scorpio rising, your moon is going to be, of course, in the first house, but at the 22nd degree. And this is going to be extremely sensitive and extremely critical because there are going to be changes happening your way in your life. And the perspective and how you put into it is the greater sense of how you achieve this goal. Now, remember I talked about Mars, the planet of drive and direction, how it was going to be a little bit tough for some. Now, of course, for you Scorpios, you fixed sign, there is an impulsive emotional need, okay? Now, I'm talking fixed signs. I'm talking Scorpio. I'm talking Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. You're in this too, all right? And in this situation, you're more of a follower than a leader. And it's because of your actions and the things that happened in the previous weeks. And because of that Mars-like energy, depending on where you are in that karma, you might be feeling of the sorts. But nonetheless, my Scorpio friends, especially Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus, as you change through this need of conflict in your heart and in your mind, you will slowly learn to trust the unique feeling of being balanced and saying goodbye to chaos. Okay. So hopefully, I know, right? That's pretty deep for some as well. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and continue on with the next sign. So yeah, here we go. Am I going backwards? No, I'm going forwards. Sagittarius, Sagittarius sun and Sagittarius rising, you're going to be going through the 12th house kind of energy. Now, if I'm talking sun and rising and you're a little confused, feel free to go to my website, moongirltarot.com. That is where you can purchase a session with me, a personalized astrology report, a natal chart report, and all of that good information right there. and get a session online. So that being said, this spiritual need is so much of that Pisces energy that you are very sensitive to. Scorpio, okay, Sagittarius, excuse me, during this Scorpio like season. And the aspect for this Sagittarius, there is going to be a need to understand. Now, in this impulsiveness and in this conflict with Mars, there is this need for you to balance between yourself and other people. All right. So, Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you're highly intuitive at this time, and you might realize that people are pulling you in different directions. What is the direction that you want to go to, Sagittarius? Where is the lesson that you've learned with battling and trying to balance the conflicts of your community or other people? What are you going to do differently? Okay. And Mars is in the planet of Scorpio. Now, understand that Scorpio is home of eighth house. I'm going to try to teach you some astrology while we continue on here. And the eighth house is very secret, it's very intimate, it's taboo, it's the things behind the scenes. So when we're talking about the drive and the direction, it really is not just what we're saying and showcasing, it's our true intentions and our true motives. All right. And where we're taking that in that karma is really going to showcase us where we're going to be coming up here soon. Now, Capricorn Sun, and Capricorn Rising, you're going to be dealing with your moon in Scorpio in the 11th house. So there is going to be a lot of positives and there's going to be a few negatives. Okay. Now, let's talk about the things that you want out here first. Of course, here, Capricorn, you want to talk about the not so good stuff. So let's talk about the negatives. The negative energy is that you are losing contact with yourself. You're losing touch with yourself. Okay. You are being unreliable in your self-care. You're pissing yourself off. And I know, Capricorn, you're looking at me, you're shaking your head. You might be shaking it up and down. You might be agreeing with me. It might hurt to agree with me. But I want you to get a sense of security from your relationships rather than being envious of them. Rather than saying, what about me? Okay, Capricorn. I want you to focus on the emotional positivity of the things that are happening. Now, here's the thing, Capricorn, you are going through a loss or you might be suffering and things might be a little bit more difficult here for you in your life. All right. But I am here to tell you that it is going to slowly end and it is going to be more positive as long as you benefit from the circle of acquaintances that help you emotionally and ding, 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 financially to achieve your hopes and wishes. This is good stuff. So what am I telling you, Capricorn? Stick around like-minded people. If you're hanging out with people who are always chasing check to check and not being financially responsible, well, guess what? You're going to absorb the energy. If you're around people who are going check to check but are really hard and looking in savings and talking positive mantras, not going out to eat, eating that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know what I'm talking about, Capricorn. Those are the people that you want to be around. That is the energy of the circle of acquaintances that is going to help you financially and emotionally into the next step. So continue to do that, okay? Because that's pretty intense, as they say. All right. Let's go on to the next sign, Aquarius. You are a fixed sign energy. You're in this. This is a big new moon here for you. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Big changes are coming to your public life. Intense feelings, intense drama from the past. And you're actually happy that you're probably not a part of it. So you might be seeing something from the outside of in, and you're learning the greatest gift out of all of this, Aquarius. You've listened to yourself and you've listened to your intuition and you've trusted it. So you are starting to see the emotional benefit Aquarius, of trusting your intuition, and people are going to showcase this more publicly. So Aquarius sun and Aquarius rising, I would say that you are more in the public life as of right now, and that you've kind of made your role in this public nature. And you, of course, you're going through some struggles and some stuff, and you're understanding the path that you're on requires the resources and the authenticity, like being really truthful of network of also of other people. Okay. So this is good energy here for you, Aquarius, sun and Aquarius rising, something that you can definitely benefit here from. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and see what we have here next for you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Let's see. All right, Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, and Pisces rising. Making sure you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. How's it going there, you guys? Hey, cutting the screen. There we go. I was making sure you can see benefit. It always goes like that. I'd be talking for the whole time. All right. Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces rising. Let's talk about your new moon and how important it is going to be extended. Okay. It is going to be sort of dramatic, sort of not. But here is the thing, Pisces. People are having difficulty around you in a sense of understanding what you truly want. Okay. Now, here is the thing. Pisces, it is your turn to be truthful, to be narrow-minded, okay? To be clear on the greater sense of what you're actually doing and let people know. All right. And if you're getting help from other people, here is the thing, Pisces. I see a conjunction to Mercury at the 8th degree of Scorpio. So, in order for things to be changed and shifted, you got to, besides use your imagination and be intuitive, you got to tell the truth. Okay, Pisces. So as long as you're telling the truth to yourself of your emotions, things are going to go into order. Okay, Pisces. Another thing that I see for you, Pisces sun and Pisces rising, is that there is going to be a greater benefit manifested here for you. Now, I see that there's some experiences that you're going through. There are going to be some life lessons. There is some self-esteem that plays into a matter, and there's some emotional resilience into this. Okay. So Pisces, I see that you're reliable. This energy around you, maybe you lacking trust, but here is the thing. Within this positive force that you're building and that you're manifesting, you got to be able to include the people around you. Okay. So if you need some help, for example, for your creative talents that you're working on a project, collaborate. It's going to go well. If you are feeling energy from somebody else, let's say it's a person, and you're kind of beating around the bush, that's not going to help you, Pisces. Be very clear with the energy. Okay. All I see here coming to you is that you are turning these obstacles into opportunities, and you're learning through experience, and you're manifesting a better, reliable sense of life. And you do need help from other people, and you're manifesting better people in your life and the people who are around you closer in your life. You just gotta just extend that olive branch a little bit more to the right people that you're intuitive with. All right. That was a lot, but I feel like you guys definitely needed to hear that one. Aries, Aries sun and Aries rising. This is going to be pretty deep for you, Aries, because you're really going to be in that Scorpio-like energy, and you are going to be finding out a lot of secrets that are going to be spoke through feeling. So trusting your intuition with the interactions of people. Okay. So the actions, body language, right? People are not going to be able to say it as easy as it may be. Maybe you're dealing with the Pisces, right? That's just for example. We just kind of talked about that Pisces having a hard time communicating how they truly feel. The thing about it, Aries, is you know how they truly feel. They're just having a hard time talking about it. Now, communication is going to be a very strong suit for you. However, you're impatient. All right, Aries. So trust your intuition and understand that your person is having a hard time expressing themselves, but they very much mean well. Doesn't mean you have to accept it. Doesn't mean that's something that you want to do. But if you are having this gut instinct, Aries, that there's just something up or there's just something going else more so in the situation at hand, then definitely take a little bit further. And what's the situation? It could be really personal. It could be at home. It could be at work. I feel like it's involved in those main two areas of your life. All right. Okay. Gemini sun, and Gemini rising. Let's talk about this sixth house energy that your moon is going to be going through. Now, you're tired, Gemini. Okay. So physically, you have different priorities in life, and you're starting to really feel those priorities, those late nights, those hard work, the things that you've been going through. Okay. There's also going to be a new beginning that is going to be happening in that sense of how you service yourself and how you service other people, and joining in together with family. Emotional moments are going to be so much more experienced. Okay. Meaning you're not going to have difficulty doing what you want to do, not like you do before, but you're going to be able to use a different kind of strength. Okay. So I feel like you understand that you're tired, that you've been running pretty thin, and there's something that has been taking things away from you. Now, it doesn't have to mean that you have to completely quit your job. It might mean that you got to change your schedule, switch your time things around, but you understand what is not working with you physically, and you're paying attention to those sounds. Okay. So that's a big thing, right? And you realize basically you're a flower. You just need better sunlight. You just need better sunlight, and so you can blossom and grow. All right, Cancer sun, and Cancer rising. Let's go ahead and talk about what your new moon is going to be coming up here for you. In that sense, we're going to be having some fifth house like energy. And in that case, maybe you're going to be experiencing more of an ending of a creativity. So that need for adventure, is going to transition, and it's going to go. The more of the need of security is going to be more of that sense that is going to be more important to you, Cancer. Okay. And you let me know down below. So ending those karmic cycles and ending those cycles as they may be, and starting a new sense of stability. I see that for you guys. All right, so let's go find Leo here. And there you are, Leo. Okay, Leo sun and Leo rising. Let's go ahead and talk about it as well. And in that sense, you're going to be really working with more of like structure as well, you know what I'm saying? But a deep sense of satisfaction. And I sense it, I think it's going to be more dealing with property. So Leo sun, Leo rising, because we're in this Scorpio new moon, I see that these are resources. Okay. I see that you're dealing with other people's money, business work. Okay. And dealing with a strong sense of satisfaction. Remember how we talked about earlier that drive and direction has to deal with collaboration. So I really feel like Leos, you're going to be collaborating so much coming up very, very soon in this season and in this time. Okay. So that's going to be really nice and really good for all of you guys. I love it. Okay. Virgo sun and Virgo rising. We have a lot of communication and secrets, and the energy is coming to light. Right, Virgo? How are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it? Okay. And how we handle it and what we do with it is going to be telling us So much of it. So much of it it may be. If I was cutting out, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it gets a little bit better for you. It will be on the replay, just so you guys know. So Virgo sun and Virgo rising, the truth is going to be coming through. It's going to be very emotional. All right. How you choose to experience this truth can conflict your heart and mind. Now, Virgo, you might be feeling sort of balanced, and you're very intuitive in this matter. So this is very personal. And I also see a trine to Neptune in the 5th degree. So this does deal with affairs. This does deal with secrets. It does deal with a sensitivity to other people's feelings and how they express themselves. Okay, Virgo. So being involved into other people's energy, but getting all this communication, I see where you're a little bit conflicted. Virgo, spend this time to understand the things that you can't control, the things that will show as they may go. And only thing that you can do is understand how you react and interpret these things. I think things are going to get a lot better for you, Virgo. You're just kind of caught up in a lot of communication, emotional welfare, and fire, as they may say. All right, Libra sun, and Libra rising, you're going to be going through the second house. So with that like energy, you're going to really feel like your security is threatened because we have Scorpio, okay? The intimacy, other people's resources. Libra, you have other people coming out there for you, starting to basically say responsibilities, to call for yourself as responsibility. So depending on where you are, Libra, where you've been in life in this karma-like sense. Now, we deal with karma every single day and every single season, especially in Scorpio season, and nobody can run away from it. And here you're being called to it, Libra. So this is really important. So depending on where you are, you're probably getting good resources, new beginnings that helping you start, or you're starting over, depending on where you've been. And either way, it's going to be okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining the live show. I will make sure I will get this back to you guys again, and I appreciate you. And if you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, moongirltarot.com. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you again soon.